Hello. Would you like to play a few of the daily New York Times games? My name is Mara, and this is Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled. Today I'm going to be unraveling the New York Times games, Wordle, Strands, and Connections for Monday, November 17th, 2025. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't already done your New York Times games for today, I always recommend that you pause this video and do that first, and then you can come back and compare and see how we did. Or if you prefer, you can always follow along with me as I work on the games, pick up some tips and tricks. Afterward, I just ask that you leave a kind comment down below as to what you thought and how you did. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to bring up my wheel of Wordle start words so that I can select my starting word for today. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to pause. I'm going to pull up the wheel. I'm going to exit out of full screen, shuffle these up, make it full screen again, and here we go. Okay, curly. Not a terrible word, curly. Okay. I'm going to pause my recording once again while I bring up my phone, and then we'll get to working on Wordle. Okay, I have my phone screen pulled up. I'm going to open up my New York Times Games app and scroll down to Wordle. Guess your way to the correct word. Go ahead, add another day to your 448-day streak. November 17th, 2025. Okay, curly. All right, we got the C in the right spot, the L in the wrong spot. I'm glad this is not a word with a Y. Let's try a CL word. What about CLA? What about claim? Ooh, oh, I thought maybe I had it for a second. All right, so I've got that in those first three letters in the right spot. We know that the M is going to go in the fourth spot, and I probably, because we don't do plurals, we don't do clams, so I'm pretty sure that would be the only word, clamp. All right, let's give it a try. Okay, woo, got it in 3. Well, that wasn't too bad today. I think it really helped to get that starting word from the wheel. So my current and max streak are 449. Let's quickly look at the bot. I'm going to go through it kind of fast today. All right, so 85 out of 80 or 99. I never really understand the score, but that's fine. Maybe someday I will. Okay, so let's see. Okay, it's all right. So after my first word, there were 37 words left. That's still quite a few words. And then after I typed in the word claim, there was only 1 word left. And then, of course, I got it after that. And so it looks like maybe the bot would have gotten it in 3 steps as well. Let's look at what the bot had. Slate, prick, and then clamp. Huh. Okay, I guess, because I just don't get it. So I try to play hard mode. All right, let's hide the guesses. Let's go back to Wordle, and we're going to move on. So let me know how you did. What was your starting word? Moving on to Strands, find hidden words and uncover the day's theme. Okay. Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol. Okay, so are we talking about like canines? No. We're talking about Paw Patrol. So something dogs, or I see dogs over here, but I also see, whoops, dog. Oh, but there's also dog. Dog. I wonder if this is part of the spanogram. Dog work. Dog work. Okay. Working dogs. I think this is the spanogram. It is. All right. So working dogs. Here, herding dogs. Service dogs. Guide dogs. Therapy dogs. Rescue dogs, and guard dogs. Well, that was fun. Working dogs. Okay, how did you do? I found the spanogram right away, and then the remaining 6 words. Okay, and I don't worry about streaks here. Okay, let's move on to connections, group words that share a common thread. Go ahead, add another day to your 172-day streak, November 17th, 2025. Our 16 connections words are taboo, slam dunk, go-getter, sure thing, shoo-in, scattergories, okie doke, proscribed, alley-oop, absolutely, verboten, okay, fade away, off limits, leavening, finger roll, and of course. Okay. Wow, a lot of possibilities here. I mean, taboo and categories are definitely games. Slam dunk. A slam dunk and a shoe-in and a sure thing are, you know, like certainties. But there's also like some basketball moves. There's a slam dunk, an alley-oop, I think a finger roll, and a fadeaway. Like you take a shot, and I don't even know what a fadeaway is, but I feel like I've heard those in basketball terms. Let's do a screenshot and work from this angle here. Okay. We've got green. I'm going to go ahead and leave that up. That's fine. So possibly basketball terms. Well, like taboo and off limits. Is verboten like you can't have it or something? Off limits, taboo, verboten, possibly something else. And then there's like absolutely, of course, okie doke, sure thing. Okay, let me switch to yellow because I feel like that is synonyms. Sure thing, okie doke. I say that all the time. I think I mostly say okie dokie. Okie doke. I say both, of course, and absolutely. So that's like with certainty. Yes, for sure. You can, for certain. I'm liking that. This is good. This is good. Let me swap to purple. Go-getter, categories. Oh, I forgot to, okay. Leavening, proscribed, shoe-in. Okay. There's 5 left. Proscribed, does that, let me go back a second. Does proscribed mean off limits like that? And then back to purple. Okay, shoe in. Go getter, shoe in, scatter, gories, leave. Okay, I see. I think this, it really is purple. Begins with words that mean to go. So like go, shoe, scatter, leave. Okay, we are gonna do purple. We're gonna try what I have in purple, then what I have highlighted, the basketball moves. Then I'm gonna see taboo, off limits, verboten, and prescribed. Those feel like they would, not everybody would know the definition of those. So I am thinking I've got these in the right color categories even. So the slam dunk, alley-oop, finger roll, and fadeaway being like basketball terms. Okay, let's delete this, deselect. I'm going to go with leave and scatter. Okay, I'm going to try this purple. All right. Okay, so then slam dunk, fade away, finger roll, alley-oop, blue. Yes. Okay, basketball shots. Okay, so yeah, a finger roll is it kind of rolls off your finger. Okay, slam dunk, an alley-oop. What is it, like where you go like that? I'm not sure what a fadeaway is. Maybe you take a shot and run away. I don't know. All right. I'll have to look up those shots later, but I knew they were basketball terms. Okay, now taboo, off limits, verboten, proscribed. Okay, I'm hoping this is green and not yellow. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Forbidden. And then yellow by default. Sure thing. You bet. Okay, awesome. So my current streak is 173. My max streak is 251. How did you do? I got a reverse rainbow. I'm super excited, which should mean I should get a score of 99, right? Let's check out the bot real quick. Okay, 6. Whoa, what? They're saying this was really hard. Okay, I always feel bad when I get it kind of quickly because I guess it just is determined by whether you really know the terms or not. And I think there were some red herrings built in that are gonna, like maybe people went for board games with the taboo and scattergories. Maybe, and again, I map it out so that I can try to make sure everything fits before doing it. So that's one of the strategies I use before. I mean, sometimes I feel pretty confident about a guess, so I will do it. But most of the time I try to map it out anyway. So they're saying a 3 out of 5 difficulties. Only 19% of the players didn't make any mistakes. 19% got 1 mistake, 15% 2 mistakes, 12% 3 mistakes, and then 34 did not solve, 34%. Okay, my uniqueness, 1 out of every 140 games was a reverse rainbow. Okay, it says based on a sampling of 1 million games. All right, so I did get a 99 out of 99. That's awesome. Okay. The difficulty of today's categories. Well, it looks like most people got the yellow category first, and then blue category came in second. I think because less people knew what verboten and proscribed meant, that maybe that's why only 27% got the green first, and then only 3% got purple first. Wow. Okay. All right. So the mistakes were slam dunk, sure thing, shoe in, and absolutely. Yeah, I could see that too. Sure thing, shoe in, absolutely, and of course. So they were making mistakes around the yellow and blue categories, and then mixing up blue and purple. And then the green category, okay, just kind of mixing up leavening. All right, let's move on. All right, so fantastic start. It says you solved purple first. Okay, then you got blue. A lot of people got blue second as well. And then a lot of people got green third, like I did. And then, woohoo, it says connections perfection. You achieved a reverse rainbow, solving categories from trickiest to most straightforward without any mistakes. Yay! All right, that's awesome. Super exciting. I'm glad that I was able to make some quick work of the games today. How did you do? Please let me know down in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. Are you enjoying these videos? Would you like to see me do something else? Please let me know. And I would appreciate it if you check out the links down in the description box. Check out my other channel, Mindfully Crocheted. There is a link for that channel down in the description box, as well as a link to all my New York Times games. Okay, check out that video over there. And hey, if you haven't already, can you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell? Don't forget to put a little play in your day. Take care, and I'll see you again tomorrow with some more of the daily New York Times games. Bye.